Today we are discussing natural, the topic of a natural lifestyle and what that really means. So,
Okay, I had to take this off.
Actually, the question I want to pose to all of you: when you hear the word like natural, what does that mean to you?
Okay, so initially when I thought of natural, it just meant like, I don't know, I guess it depends on what we're talking about. Because if I hear natural, I would think, okay, natural hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was younger. Now, when you say natural, it's like, are you using soap or not? Are you wearing lipstick? Are you brushing your teeth or not? Is that is that antiperspirant? Is it deodorant? What do you? No, you just want a little vinegar. What do you want? You're like, I don't.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's kind of like, okay, so I'm confused. I don't know what should I not eat chicken because I'm not gonna be natural. I don't know. Can it be organic? I have no idea.
So we are talking about the word natural, but in general?
Just in general.
In general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So whatever comes to mind when you think of natural. Mm-hmm. And mine has changed throughout society and time because they have brainwashed me. I'm a victim. I am.
Main natural is pretty much like, no shaving, no keeping like everything grow. Like, just leave everything just don't follow the troop. Follow your own path, which is and you just
untouched.
You're untouched. Like you're not tainted by any thoughts that's what's going on around you. No cell phone. Keep it all natural.
Wait, so you mean like you don't even want to be connected like to the world? No Google, no nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be natural. Okay. You do things the hard way.
I guess.
When I hear natural, I just think of hair.
Okay, so it hasn't changed for you.
No, it hasn't changed. I have a sister. She went natural a while ago, and from there, and I kind of like really supported it because I thought it was really good. Like especially like thinking about it in a racial aspect of people embracing their identity, like Black women embracing their hair, like not conforming. Okay.
With that, I love
definition.
Natural.
Oh, a definition. All right. Hair.
No, okay. So Jamal thinks of hair.
So, do you agree that girls should have natural hair or no natural?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna get to that, guys.
It's gonna be a question. Stop jumping. We're gonna elaborate on it later. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Just not, not right now.
It's because if we talk about natural, about hair, well, let the guys go grow this and that's it. And
unnatural.
Right?
Okay, so before we move on, I would say that I like everything that's being said, but I don't think natural means to just let yourself go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can shave, but you could groom it up, touch it up, make it look presentable. That you're still looking natural. You're still looking nice. Just look
that's a
cleaner.
Interesting point.
Yeah.
So don't go hippie?
I don't know, man.
So I looked up the definition. The actual definition of natural is existing in or caused by nature, not made or caused by humankind. So it's something that naturally exists, not created.
Okay.
So they have like man-made lakes that would be unnatural.
It's not natural. Right. Perm natural.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, and then when I think of natural, I mean, I like Jamal. The first thing that comes to my mind is hair. Because I'm black and whatever, but it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It could be food, all of that thing. Mm-hmm. So
organic food,
right? Mm-hmm. So kind of going off of what Jamal was talking about, why has natural become the thing now? So if you notice in today's society, like there's this movement to be vegan, vegetarian. There's the natural hair movement. Mm-hmm. It's a big thing right now. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think everything now is about, I guess, being healthy.
Right.
I don't know, but I love the natural movement. However, it is a little annoying to me when people ask me, so how long have you been natural? And it's like, but you've known me all my life, and you've known I've never had a perm, so I'm not in this movement. Okay, this is me 24. Okay, this is me 24. So stop asking me that because this is very annoying. That was just a disclaimer, and I'm sorry if I offended you. Next, it's very annoying. It's like 26 years. Really, how old are you? 26. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know, because I noticed that like a lot of celebrities are saying like, oh, I don't wear makeup, like now, like Alicia Keys and like
Tamron Hall.
whoever that is.
Yeah.
She's a newscaster on MSNBC.
Oh,
okay.
one of the black ones?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, she went natural?
No, there's two. Yeah, she's one of the black ones. She's joining the movement.
I
don't know if
shouldn't
she
say that,
started yet.
Okay.
Oh, she the one that cut her hair off
Yeah, her hair's
on
short.
like she did it on TV, right?
Oh, I
Where
don't
she
know.
cut off her relaxing. Okay, never mind.
Well, I know a lot of people were starting to do that, like apart from the celebrities. A lot of people were starting to do that just to be more healthy, but now it kind of seems like a lot of people are doing it to like
A trend.
embrace. No, like, well, a trend, but a lot of
A good
people,
one.
like, with this Black Lives Matter stuff, a lot of people are doing it to embrace, like, the beauty. Like, this is who I am. I don't have to be light-skinned. I don't have to do this. I don't have to have long hair. I don't have to have a perm. I don't have to, I don't have to wear makeup. I can do it if I want to. I don't have to wear jewelry. I can do it if I want to. A lot of people are embracing that. So I think a lot of that stems from why it's kind of growing, in a sense.
Yeah, I think it. When I think of the food aspect, I think it's kind of good. Like it's become kind of cool, like to be healthy. Like just drink your vegan drinks.
Yeah,
and, have like non-GMO food. Like it's
kinda
like
cool.
yeah, like that's so cool. Like everybody's kind of doing it. So I think it's good for American society, especially because like
We were like obese, yeah.
extremely obese.
Yeah.
So I think that's good. And then also when it comes to the hair aspect, I think it kind of stemmed from like black women just being tired of assimilating. Is it the
With people telling them what they have to look like.
Yeah,
to be
Conforming.
accepted, yeah.
or
Yeah,
conforming
it's
to like
conforming,
societal expectations, like like you're not looking professional unless your hair's straight.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Yeah.
my hair doesn't grow straight, so
Yeah.
I can look professional in my natural state.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of people like embracing their blackness,
Mhm.
and I think
Or their naturalness in general.
yeah, their naturalness, and I think that's been good for especially our community where like we have many issues like with long hair, straight hair, curly, whatever it is, but like people are just like embracing their roots, and I think that's good.
Yeah.
So I co-sign the movement.
All right, cool. What do you think? Put you on the spot.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
But it's good. No,
Gabby didn't know about the black hair movement.
yeah, I did
Okay,
not
next
know
person.
about that.
Just kidding. I don't know.
No, like
why.
what's going on with the whole like go natural and all that. Like I think that's pretty cool. I don't know about the black. No, I did not know about the black hair movement.
So she is serious.
She is that serious. I just found out about it now. I mean, I know that there's something's going on in a sense, but because there's a show that I watched where this woman's like she was talking about how, like white people, like she had that like white people hairstyle stuff like that, and then she decides she talked about it with her girlfriends, and then she said, you know what, like let me just be me. So she took it all out, all the weave and all that. And she got a
that's
little
from
afro.
the TV show. Was it The Talk?
No, it wasn't The Talk. It
The
was,
Real?
The Real.
The Real?
No.
Oh, okay.
No one on that show.
The View?
I know.
It
Which
It was a TV show. Like it's an episode.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
It's How to Get Away with Murder. Viola Davis.
Is
No.
it?
Oh my gosh, guys.
No, that's not why she did it. I love that show. I do love that show, but that's not why she did that.
Once I remember the name,
Go
I'll
to
tell
bed.
you. No, it's about the show about this dude like
But
makes
continue.
money in basketball. But yeah.
Okay.
So when I saw that, that was pretty interesting. And then she went home and she took a little afro going on, and then slowly in the next episode, her hair got like nicer. We'll still have that natural hair, but she make it a little nicer. So that's
That was the start of you knowing.
yeah,
the existence
something going on.
of the black-
Me personally, I like the whole natural hair. I like that.
Me
So
too.
I'm cool with it.
Okay. My thoughts are a little split on like movements because on one end, yes, I do the whole like natural hair movement. I know for me, I started off having relaxers, so it was very liberating to
Creamy
you know
crack.
Right. But to go through that transition of, growing out the relaxer and whatever, natural hair, very liberating. I think it's a great thing. Changing mindsets, beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you always have a flip side to it. So yes, everyone goes to this natural, embrace who you are, but then there becomes another separation. Then it's okay, your hair is 4C and your hair is 2C and her hair is the right.
Yeah,
And then
wavy, curly,
right.
Gosh.
And it's the
Your textile didn't
texture.
come out good.
Right, and then it becomes like
Products
this
that I
new
have.
comparison of how the nappiness of someone's hair, and oh, this person has the mixed curls, this is the better natural hair, and then it just starts a whole nother.
Ooh, I haven't heard that part. Really?
Yes,
Yeah,
girl.
that's
natural hair?
Yes.
Yeah, like the saying it's better. I haven't heard
Yes.
that part. Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh,
Yeah.
cool.
So and then I see people kind of shunning those who still decide that they want to have a relaxer. There's some people who have very short hairstyles, they prefer to have it like straight, and that's just the style that they choose. And then it becomes, oh well, you're not real, you're not black
You're
enough,
not embracing your blackness.
right? You're not embracing. And then it's like, guys, this is hair we're talking about. Like, how deep is hair? So I don't like that aspect of it. And then with the whole like diet movement with being vegan, like great. I transitioned to being vegetarian. One of the best decisions I ever made. Whatever. Then you have people who are on a whole nother level with it, and it becomes a pride thing. It becomes I'm better than you because I'm vegan and
So is
you
it
still eat
competition
meat.
you're saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So
They look down on people who still eat meat. It's just like, well,
right.
I'm just not
well,
there yet.
apart from this movement, I was doing medical missionary training.
Uh-huh.
In training,
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You were there?
No, I kind of popped in a few times.
Okay.
I'll cut my friends with it though.
They talked about me. Anyway,
No.
yeah, probably. I was caught like eating chicken because I wasn't like turned yet, you know. And I caught eating chicken, and then they were like, everyone was like pretty much like, because I guess they could smell it or something, or cause I was kind of, it was like during lunchtime, and then literally it's like everyone was like, you know, like looking, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna not eat the chicken, you know. And it was just weird, and it's like they made me get a headache, and I was like, is it the chicken or is it your stairs? It was so weird, but like they were kind of like, pretty much like, oh, you know, how could you do this? Like in my
You
face.
feel guilty about it.
I didn't feel guilty, but they were trying to though. It almost got there. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I was kind of like,
I'm sorry.
I started eating the chicken a little slower, but yeah, they were kind of shaming me because even though I was in medical missionary training, it was like, well, how could you still do this? Like, you're supposed to be natural, you're supposed to be this, you can't eat this, and it's like, okay, well, maybe I'll be pescatarian. No, don't even be pescatarian. You gotta be vegetarian. No, don't even be vegetarian. You gotta be vegan. No, don't even be vegan. You have to be a health reformer. So it's like, and that goes past veganism. It's like cinnamon and honey and all kind of stuff. It's like, you can't do that. It's messing up your organs. And I was like, are you serious? This is for the bees, you know. So it's like, I don't understand. It was too much for me. Yeah. And I started eating chicken again.
Welcome back.
Well, I think I know it's a lot of things that we are in the world, and we have to look what people around there they are doing to make our decisions. But if we think about our message as a Seventh-day Adventist, the message for the food, or that is one part of our message as a Seventh-day Adventist, right? And it's amazing how Mrs. Ellen White left that message through the book. Yes, to the books, and we had a lot to learn and to see, and she wrote that books years ago, 100 years ago, which is right now is people like maybe a few years ago people start doing it exactly, and it's sad because it's inside on church and our church. But the thing is, we need to be less judging people and think of and see ourselves, you know, and make our own decisions.
Yeah.
Because at the end, we need to the only one that we need to confront is God, not people.
Right.
You know,
right.
and And even in the same books of the Mrs. White say about the food is people that they need to continue eat meat or chicken or whatever they need because their health.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to yes, don't be negative with sisters and brothers and God, and also look around what people around the world they are creating and they are following, but also not not be the followers. We need to be have control for our own decisions
Right.
and our
Right.
own self. You know?
Exactly. So actually, that's a good transition. What does the Bible say about a natural lifestyle, if anything?
You can continue.
Well, I think we can start with Genesis
Mm-hmm.
when God showed us um, what what the first man and the world he started eating, which was nuts and fruits and vegetables, because that's the reason God created vegetables and fruits and all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's that is one of the parts, right? With he specifically start talking about nature stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, sure, is everything regards start with food, and after that continue with the rest, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. Any other thoughts on what God says about being natural? Like, is it required as a Christian to live a natural lifestyle, or is it a matter of preference? And is there any verses that pertain to that?
Well, I know a lot of people talk about the before and after the flood, right?
Yeah.
In terms
right.
of when we started eating meat and things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
personally, I always thought that because he allowed us to eat it, that we can, we just have to kind of not limit, but we just kind of have to,
Moderate.
moderate and
moderation,
also just
yeah.
not eat the foods that he told us not to eat.
Mhm.
So
Sure.
don't eat the
Yeah.
animals with the hooves and
Mhm.
the scale. No, with scales, but the shells and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So that's what I always kind of thought.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, it's like I don't think if you're like a vegetarian or not a vegetarian, I don't think it's a salvation issue.
Yeah.
I think it's more like a health issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, as you were talking about like in the Garden of Eden, like the diet that God set up for them, like they lived a really long time eating that way. And then after the flood, God allowed them to eat meat. But as you see, like man's lifespan decreased.
Yeah.
And you can look at any health study
Mhm.
to realize that eating meat kind of like decreases your life expectancy. Maybe not by a whole bunch. Like you're not gonna get cancer off of eating plants your entire life. The only way you're gonna get cancer is by eating from meat. It's based on your diet or like processed food and
hereditary.
stuff like that.
Yeah, a plant-based diet has proven to be
You guys
The
are
The most
healthiest.
effective
Yeah.
deterrence for cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a salvation issue, but it's kind of like if you want to live longer,
right.
If you
Well-
want to live longer, just eat really healthy. Like don't eat processed foods. Don't eat, foods that are bad. I think actually I remember one of my classes at UCF. I did my degree in health science, and I found it really funny that my professor assigned us this like what's it called? It was like this discussion. It was like a video series, and it was talking about like these blue zones, and like blue zones are considered like places where people generally live 100 and over.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the areas was Loma Linda.
Really? California?
It was Loma Linda. I was just like, oh, go Adventist. And they were talking about like, it's like this doctor, and he was like 98, and he was like cutting his grass, and he was like, I cut my grass every week, and he's just moving. I'm talking about dog is moving, like no walker, nothing. He was like, they accredited the Sabbath to longevity. They accredited to the health message. They talk about Ellen White and like how a good majority of Adventists, abide by vegetarian lifestyle, like plant-based diet and stuff like that. And they're like, it's because of these things that people lived a really long time in that area.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it does involve a lot. Not only to be a vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
That's involved because when you see, it's not only the things you eat. It's also mentally how you eat.
Exactly.
You
Yes.
are.
Mm-hmm.
That means if you are happy or not happy. Because
Right.
I can be vegetarian or really how do I call? How do you say natural eating? Or because it's a different level. It's like Presbyterian. I can be vegan, but be a person, a judgmental person, angry for everything, and frustrated for my own life and everything. So my body can be really
stressed.
Yes, stressed and everything. So can bring a different others. How do I say? Oh my God, sicknesses. But the thing is, yes, because I know a pastor, and I lived 7 years in Los Angeles, California, and I had the experience to hear a sermon about a pastor. And please forgive me if I say something wrong because my English is not perfect. But he was saying that he was vegetarian since he born, and he got cancer at the age of 35 years old. And he was a pastor of a big church in California, and he said that he was praying God, and he said that he asked God, tell me why I got the cancer. He got cancer in the back and the spine, and he was saying, God, I am vegetarian. I take care of myself. I exercise it every day, and I try to do my best. So why I get this cancer? And he said that God responded his prayers, telling him through a dream that God let him had the cancer is because this pastor he was having not hate, but he was angry with his stepdad because his stepdad he was a pastor at the beginning, and he committed adultery. And he left with the person who committed adultery, and he was like mad because he did that kind of situation in church. So God showed him through the sicknesses about, okay, so you have this, you need to rid it off that angry inside of you, and really forgive this person, So sometimes is yeah, sure, I don't want to deny, and please don't take me wrong, the food and the nutrition is really important for us to have mental health in part, but that is not at all.
Exactly.
And this is we add also the way we dress, the way the city where we live in, because it's a lot of if you live in New York, in the middle of the city, imagine how you gonna breathe every day. So it's a lot of stuff.
And I think that's why when I was talking about that study, they talked about the Sabbath, because they're like, it's this day of rest where like, they're setting aside, like they're not stressed out, like they're not working 7 days a week, but they have this time to set aside and to commune with one another. So like they're happy in their life because they have people in their life who they can speak with and stuff like that. But you're right, like there's different aspects to it. I mean, people could get cancer for anything. Like flying in an airplane, you get exposed to radiation, getting MRI, like stuff like that. But, I get what you're saying. I totally agree.
So I want to take it to a we talked a lot about like the health aspect, but I want to take it to like a physical appearance aspect when it comes to natural. So I was in 1 Timothy verse 2, it states, hold on, like what? Okay, that women should adorn themselves in respectable apparel with modesty, self-control, not with braided hair and gold or pearls or costly attire. This is verse 9 and 10. Pearls or costly attire, but with what is proper for women who profess godliness with good works. I do not permit a woman to teach or to exercise authority over man. Rather, okay. So the first part of that, 9 and 10, is specifically talking about physical appearance. And it speaks specifically to women, which I believe this was what Paul, when he was talking to the church, correct? KSR on this is KSR on WPIR. So what do you guys think about that when it comes to your outward appearance and being natural? Right.
All right. So I've talked about this before on another show that we had, but the topic wasn't about being natural. Okay, so I know personally, I was told, and Tamir knows this, that if I wear makeup or wear pants or anything like the physical appearance, that I would pretty much go to hell. right? Including eating chicken. But let's not talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. Yeah, so let's just stick with the makeup. So like if I wear makeup or if I wear like a nose ring or jewelry or whatever, pants, that is pretty much giving me a ticket to going to hell. I will not get into heaven. This is from
the extreme.
Yes.
Yes.
They don't believe that they're extreme.
We have to, as a human,
we
have to go.
On.
Yeah.
They say you made a good point.
Yes, little us.
Listen, I got a bone to pick with that.
Okay.
Well,
I was gonna have it is and you know what? And I was going to have my natural friend who actually told me that my mother about me. Okay. I was gonna have my friend here, not to debate, but kind of just to hear like her thoughts. You know, I've evolved since because I was angry. Now I'm not. Now I'm like, you know, just listening to what she has to say, even if I agree or not. I'm kind of keeping it like the debate. I respect what you're saying, even if I don't agree. Cool. So I was gonna have her come, but she had a prior engagement, so she couldn't. Okay. But yes. So I've been told that. I think we have both been told that together.
Yes.
Before walking into a store. It wasn't a bad store, but we were told it was Babylon, you know? Babylon. Yeah, literally, we're walking into a store, and the person that we were with was like, Babylonian territory, Babylon. Yeah, wow, and we were like, okay, but you're here too, but cool. You know, so it was kind of weird. I say all of that to say this. Yeah, so with all of that, these people don't realize that they're being extreme. Now, I could be wrong. I don't.
I co-sign you. They are extreme.
Yeah.
They are. Sure.
I don't know if they know that they're being extreme, because if they're saying, well, you will go to hell if you do X, Y, and Z, then maybe they really think that they're just.
I mean, that goes
they're
back
going
to
off of
judging you guys.
I wouldn't even say they're judging.
Yeah, but they're quoting Ellen G. White, and they're quoting the Bible.
You know, some people get like, I was literally, because my aunt started watching their videos all the way in New York, and I was just like, oh.
I know many people who.
She texted me, she was like, what? Let's not even go there.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah.
But
I
think.
I know. And how do you say that without saying it?
I think we should all strive.
To be the best person that we can be.
I think we should all strive to I'm trying to say without knocking.
I know.
I'm trying to form my comments.
I know.
But I really want to.
You want to think about it, and let's go to someone else.
Let's go to somebody else.
Okay.
Well, I think by experience, a long time ago, a few years ago, I was how do I say? Not I know that at the Seventh-day Adventists they had like also another group, which is the
Shepherd's Rod.
I think so in English. I don't know. I know in Spanish, but I don't know.
How do you say it in Spanish?
Okay, I was not part of that denomination, really. But my ex-husband and I, we read a lot of books about Mrs. White, and we connect with many people. And how do you call the ministers, the groups of that they are not part of? Well, some of them.
Fringe.
They are part of Seventh-day Adventists sometimes, but they had ministers in different places, and they go and live in the country, and they are doing what?
Oh, like missionaries?
Yes, like missionaries, but
Evangelists?
I think you're talking about missionaries.
Not evangelists. I think in United States they are a lot of groups that they are. A few of them they are part of the church. Some of them they are not part of the church. They kind of speak a little bit bad about about our denomination. But the thing is, I was part of one of the groups, and I changed the way that I was dressing, or even my hair. I didn't use makeup. I didn't use high heels. My dresses was long. They were long, and they were like here and really tight here. Everything like you say. Natural, not even the way that we were eating. But the thing is, the bad thing is, we were to the other extreme to speak back about and judge people.
Mm-hmm.
They wear their dressing, they wear a few stuff and everything, and this is not a help you at all. Also, because what is the deal that you going to the stream, do it by yourself, but I don't criticize the rest because the what is God say in the Bible? This is that's the God is love, right?
Right.
If you love your son, you're not going to put him down and criticizing. And no, we need to love people around the way they are.
Right.
If you are using the makeup at a extreme, I had to love you the same way. You had pierce and all your body. I need to love you because that's the main message. Yes. So why we are not the ones. This is not our job to criticize and point people what they are doing or not doing. And I think most of that people they are keeping this as their job is because sometimes they are jealous because they cannot wear the clothes or they cannot eat that way or they cannot and I think it's bad. They are doing really bad job, but we need to keep in our minds in what we believe. If we choose Jesus as our king and our main goal in life, yes, we have to keep it forward and love them also because we had to do our part and we had to love everyone also.
Right. And in kind of going off of what you're saying, 1 Samuel 16 verse 7 says, "But the Lord said to Samuel, do not look at his appearance or on the height of his stature because I have rejected him. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." So yes, our outward appearance is not indicative of who we are or what is inside of our hearts.
Exactly.
Kind of going off of with the external appearance. So I think like the question, yes, we should not be judging somebody else's outward appearance, but I think some people may question, how it between me and God, how am I supposed to be presenting myself outwardly? And then I was reading 1 Peter 3 verses 3 through 5. Where it says, do not let your adorning be external, the braiding of the hair and putting on gold jewelry or clothing you wear, but let your adorning be the hidden person of the heart with the imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which in God's sight is very precious. So what I take from that, right, is that our emphasis, you said what verse? It's 1 Peter 3 verses 3 through 5. So our jewelry is not the issue. Hair, makeup, that's not the issue. It's a symptom of the issue. So if our heart and our mind is focused on our outward appearance, so the reason why we wear makeup and certain clothes and whatever is because we're trying to hide something about ourselves or we don't love ourselves or whatever, then that's an issue.
Right.
Not the jewelry, not the makeup. So our emphasis, our focus should be on developing our character, on our heart, connecting with God. And I don't think it's a matter of should I wear jewelry, should I not? No, because either way, that's not going to make you a Christian.
Right.
So that's just how I look at things.
I kind of, I came to like, I guess a revelation for me because the way I used to think of girls wearing makeup was just like, oh, they probably think they're ugly. They're not pretty.
Never that. Never that.
I had a female educate me just like, I'm not wearing makeup for you. Like she was like, I'm wearing it, because I like it. Like I like putting on my face. Like I guess it's like her art.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So when people are just like, oh, like people wearing makeup, like it's not like you're not embracing your naturality. I'm just like, maybe for some it may be like that, but for others, it's just something that they enjoy doing. They like. And I've seen videos where it's just like, but it's crazy like how they can do certain stuff like with the makeup and stuff. It's like
originally it wasn't makeup like women and everything. Like originally, wasn't the reason though to hide, like because you don't feel like back in the day women don't feel beautiful for putting makeup on and then it's little commercials like a nice smile, nice lipstick. All that. So
well, like according to like what a lot of people say about the Bible, they would say like when you wear the makeup and when you wear the jewelry and stuff like that, you're looking like what's that name?
his hers.
Mandolin, what's her name? Mary the prostitute. The bad
Mary
lady.
Magdalene?
No.
Magdalene, yeah.
No,
Madeline?
actually,
Jezebel?
Jezebel.
Yeah,
Like
makeup came from
Jezebel.
Egypt. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first one they started the
Right.
makeup because they were putting like the black
The
what is it?
eyeliner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is exactly coming from the
But you
makeup.
know, some girls could wear makeup and you don't even know they're wearing makeup.
Yeah.
It's like
sure.
natural.
Because
natural. What's the term?
because-
They're like
No, it's natural makeup.
Natural
Natural
style
makeup,
makeup. Where
yeah.
like
Yeah, it's small.
they
Like
Barely,
have
barely there,
like they have
makeup,
makeup
yeah.
on their face and it just looks like them. Like you wouldn't even know that they're not wearing makeup. And like we were saying before, like if things are done in moderation, like you know,
That's
if you're gonna go put makeup, like I've seen this, like I was referring to some makeup as like witchcraft, like girls like contouring and
yeah, it's too much.
all of a sudden they have cheeks on their face before
Yeah.
then they didn't, you know,
Or even the
and like
nose.
changing
the nose.
their appearance, like you know,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like I think that's going a little bit too far. But some girls, you know, they got some makeup and they do like
A little bit blush and
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
blush,
I
like,
think
things like that, you know.
I think it's a personal thing
Mm.
because
Yeah.
I know people who wear makeup to change their natural appearance, but then I also know people like myself and like Tamara. Like personally, I just use it as an accessory. Like
Yeah.
I like jewelry, but I didn't grow up wearing it, so because of that, my makeup is like my accessory. So depending on what colors I have on, that's gonna be the color of my lip. Okay, that's gonna be the color of my shoe, and when I was younger, the color of my bag. All right, it's all in moderation. Then
Right,
you can
right.
still see it's me. I just got different color lips.
I think
I like it.
Thank you.
I think
Okay.
it's the same as the
Yeah.
clothes. You know,
Yeah.
if the clothes is another thing.
Mhm.
So you can wear a few stuff like leggings or some kind of stuff, but it all depends how you wear it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What clothes you put it on.
That's like
you know?
a big problem at a church where just like, you know, they're not embracing their natural stuff and they're
Right.
wearing up the clothes when they're going on the stage. I'm just like, you
Right.
know, honestly,
That's all a personal thing too.
Right,
Like,
I was just about to
it's,
say
it's
the
what
same thing.
people
It's a
think. Like
personal
I don't
thing.
like
You
what
can't-
you're wearing, so I think that's the devil. And it's
exactly.
You can't
And
stop
that's the
somebody
problem.
from
Okay.
being them. You know,
Yeah.
because we tell people, we say all the time, you know, we want people to be individuals. We want people to be able to express
She
themselves.
looks like him.
But when people do come and express themselves, they're frowned upon, and that's wrong. You know, just like I didn't grow up in a house wearing jewelry, but watches are big for me. You know, I don't have it on today because I forgot to put it on. But you know, I have a lot of watches, and that's my thing. That's my jewelry. You know what I'm saying? And so, what somebody gonna tell me? Hey, you wearing too many watches or too many different types of watches?
Yeah. If
You
you
know?
need the time, look at your phone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, exactly.
Literally, some people will
Right.
say that
Wait.
to you. Like, oh, you don't need to buy watches. You have phones now. Why are you wearing watches?
Like
But I
suppose
think-
I don't like phones.
I like watches too.
I love watches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, everything depends. If you spend 200, 500,
Right.
or 1,000 in a watch,
That's
that's
another
another
story.
thing.
That's another
Yeah,
story.
Yes,
Right.
because that's coming in the like the Exodus 20. They say, don't make gods.
Right.
I am
Like, don't make it
your
your
only
idol
God.
kind
of
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but then that also goes to like, okay, so if you have the profession that can allow you or allow you to have those kind of stuff, then why can't I pride myself of having something that I like, even
Right.
if
I
it
don't-
costs a little bit more?
I don't
Why?
think
It's relative,
I don't think it's
Yeah,
the amount.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
like let's use
Okay, I
Spirit
see.
of Prophecy, where like
Okay.
Ellen White was talking about like she advised people not to buy bicycles. It's not because of the price of the bicycle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta look at it in the context.
Mhm.
People were literally like worshiping these bicycles. It was like
Oh,
it was
okay.
like the Rolls Royce
Mhm.
of their day. You know,
Mhm,
I just got
mhm.
my fresh new bicycle and I'm riding down the church
Well-
in my fresh new bicycle, and they made them idols in front of them. She's like, "Listen, I'm advising people not to buy bicycles.
Mhm.
People, you can't tell me now."
Right,
like,
because of the temptation,
Ellen White
I
said
guess, the
not to buy a
temptation.
bicycle. You know,
Right.
it's not relative. So
Right.
if you're able to afford, like, let's say you're making $6 million, you know, a year,
Yeah.
you buy $1,000 watch.
That's
That's
nothing.
nothing.
That's nothing.
Right.
But if you're making your $40,000 a year and you're dropping $1,000 on the watch,
That's yeah.
It's,
Yeah, that's
if
what
is
it
it
is.
an idol is the question. Like what is it? It's where is your mind when
Yeah.
you're buying
Right.
these things? When you're wearing makeup, when you're wearing jewelry, where is your mind?
Mhm.
So I think
And
that's
people can't
really
measure
what
your
it's
mind,
about.
so that's the only
Exactly.
thing that I have with that.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's like I don't believe that you can tell me how I feel about what I purchase.
Right.
It's like, what if I just like it? You want me to TV it? Like, I just like it. Leave me alone.
Question: Would tattoos fall in the same category?
Okay, well
what?
that's different because that's like piercing your body and like putting marks on your body. That's different than makeup because that's its own verse. No judgment, but that's.
Well, I'm just saying, it's in my personal opinion,
like
it's art.
that's
And I
your
think
makeup. Mhm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
really.
I don't know. I've had
it's art, and
like
my
tattoos.
thing is like it's depend on what the type of tattoo you're getting. You know,
I don't agree with that. Like
That-
a lot of people
Well,
like
I agree with
it's Jesus. It's Jesus' hands. It's like,
actually, I
so?
agree with that.
Mhm.
I think this is part of something like well, it's personal.
Yeah.
Something
So,
Next
I don't want to
That's
stray.
next topic.
I don't want to
Okay,
stray
okay.
too far off
Okay.
topic.
Thank you, Charles.
I didn't mean to. It just popped into my head.
I know, I'm just kidding.
So the other question I wanted to ask is: are there instances where unnatural methods of living are necessary? So, an example: wearing weave, wearing wigs, body modification. So, if you were in a fire and your skin was burnt and you get some type of cosmetic surgery. So, are there instances where we should resort to unnatural means?
I think so. I'll use this example. I remember I had a discussion with one of my old coworkers talking about like black women wearing weave. We were talking about natural hair and like how she was trying to say, and she's black as well. And she was saying how she was like, we can't have it both ways. Like black women can be like wearing blonde weave or whatever, and then they're talking about like
I'm gonna stop you right there. She's an idiot.
Let me tell you what I explained to her. Like I said, I allow people to tell me their point, and then I kind of like I
Finish
my counterpoint, whatever. And I was like, there's a difference between assimilating and what's the other word? It's assimilating in something else. I can't remember. Not conforming. It's like
justifying.
Okay, they talk about Kylie Jenner, how like she's like
trying to be black.
She's trying to be
black.
I can't remember. Okay, I'll just.
Yeah, they're saying she's
trying
trying
to
be
be
black.
Kylie.
Yeah, I can't remember the word. But she was trying to use that like like we can't have it both ways. But I think like when it's talking about weave, a lot of black women can wear weave for different reasons. They might get fired for wearing their natural hair. The Department of Justice just said like how people can fire you for having dreads. So
that's true.
That may be a reason why somebody might want to wear weave, or it could be a protective style.
Right.
Like a lot of women are going natural, so they put weave in their hair so their hair can grow out or whatever. I think it's all depending on the situation. Like, the circumstance.
But thinking about it, why a person, a white American lady or Spanish that they had the straight hair, why they don't use we kind of the African American woman? Why we see it only in an African American woman?
That's a good question.
That's a
good question.
I think I can answer that. So typically, Hispanic people who generally will wear weave are Dominican, but Dominican have different type of hair. I mean, their hair is kind of black, but it's not all the way black. But some have like really black hair, and it's the different texture of the hair.
My brother would hate that. What do you mean by really black? My brother would hate that. I hope he's not on.
Why I say
no, I get what you're saying.
About the texture of the hair, like it's a little
no,
bit
I get
more,
what you're saying.
Coarse.
It's
a little bit more coarse. You're right. I would. I'm that type of person. Like, what do you mean by black hair? I don't know why I said that. I apologize for anybody offended by that. Okay. Now, if you look, but if you look at Hispanic people here or white people here, like generally their hair is just straight, and it grows longer. It typically grows longer than black female hair. Not all the time, but.
Okay,
I would say
continue.
I'm just trying to be very, very correct, because somebody will get offended. So I think that's why they don't wear weave. I've seen now. There's no reason for them to wear weave because, like, what's the purpose? Like, what's the purpose for you wearing weave? Like, most black women wear weave because they don't like how short their hair is, or.
Wait, you're asking a question?
No, sometimes they just don't want to do their hair.
Sometimes they just don't want to do their hair. Like, but like with Hispanic and like let's say and white people here, they could just walk out the door. Comb it, like that's it. Like there's not a lot of work that needs to go.
Well, okay, here's the thing though. It's not only black people who wear weave. Not only there's half of Hollywood is a piece in the head,
All right.
Yeah, that's extensions. It don't matter. It's not yours. Like it's not natural. So it's just that they always put the focus on black people because black people stripping and they like to put different colors. Like you didn't grow purple, so obviously I know that's not yours. You know what I'm saying? Even though it look nice, that's not yours, but I don't think that is the issue because like what your friend is saying, like we can't have it both ways. Okay, that someone wearing like, okay, she's black, but someone wearing like weave, it doesn't mean that they don't think that their hair is beautiful. Like it doesn't mean Christina wears weave all the time, and she, in my opinion, has nice hair.
Yeah.
Yes,
She just
does.
don't want to do her hair,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah.
I am not used to wearing weave, which is the only reason. But you think I don't be looking through like, girl, look at that. You think I don't?
I like your
I
heavy.
do. Thank you.
Yeah.
If you want to do it for me,
I don't know how
that's
to
what I
do
need,
it.
Allison. I'm gonna need.
So another
$25.
point that I was having a discussion with someone, and we
Yeah,
were
I'm
talking about, like, for example, if a woman has overly sized breasts and they have back problems because of
Right.
that.
Oh,
Now,
that's
her
right.
breasts are natural.
Yeah.
These are the
Mhm.
breasts that
Mhm.
she was born with.
They get a
Right.
breast
Now,
reduction.
is it wrong for her to
No.
get a breast
Because
reduction
it's
not
surgery?
wrong.
I don't think
It's
it's
a
wrong
health
because
issue.
it's causing that
Yeah.
It's causing a health issue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Same thing. With can't touch that, baby. And I'll piggyback off the wig thing. Women who are going through chemotherapy.
Right.
Mhm.
And they want to wear a wig. Now and nowadays it's starting to become more popular to just let it, hang out and not wear a wig. I see a lot of women who are going through chemo and they're proud of it,
Right.
and going through that fight. But back in the day, a lot of women would cover their heads up and wear wigs and things like that. But to your point, my mother, growing up, she always had big breasts. And when she was a kid, she used to tell me, she was like, yeah, I was made fun of, but at the same time, they didn't understand that this was just natural for me. And at the same time, it caused a lot of health problems. Like her back was always messed up and things like that. So I have a friend, a really good friend I grew up with. She had big breasts, and she got a breast reduction because of that reason. And I supported her because of that, that fact. It was different seeing her because she didn't look the same. But we got accustomed to it. We got used to it. It was like, it's no problem.
You don't look the same with your breast not big.
Well, she just
looking
looked
different.
smaller.
Yeah.
Just even like weight wise, she just looked smaller.
Yeah.
I think it even is had big or small or whichever. Not only the breast, but I say maybe the nose or maybe something a scar that you haven't. You wanna. I think it depends how you feel.
Yeah.
Right.
In my personal opinion, I want to be confident of myself.
Yeah.
So I worry about me and my future husband and how I see myself. So I do exercise every morning. I take care of myself because I want to see myself in 10, 20 years. Well, I want to run. I want to play with my grandchildren. I want to do a lot of stuff in life. So that's the reason I put goals in my life. So when I see something, I told already my daughters, at 65, if I have something hanging out here, I'm going to do something about it. Is God giving me the money? Why not? Now, if you want to judge me because of that, it's your problem. It's not mine.
Right.
This is my life, in my situation, and it's with my God. So I'm worried about it. That's it. But I don't see it. Why not? It's people that everything depends. If you want a big breast because you want to show off the half of them, that is another thing.
That's
right?
a personal choice.
Right. Exactly. But how many women that I know that they have big hips and they want to just take a little bit off of that because it's really annoying. And you see, yes, sometimes it's really hard. Or for people that they were really fat and they lose weight and they had the skin hanging. Right. So it's a lot of things.
Yeah, it gets a bit complex. I mean, every situation is different. And the reason why people choose to do so varies on different.
Yeah, it's a personal thing.
Yeah.
I know someone who was in an accident, and because of that, one of her legs has like a huge scar on it. So she went through a series of surgeries, not because she's like, oh, I want to do it's cosmetic surgery, but she's not saying, okay, I want to look better, I want to look cool, I want to be extra sexy. No, she wants her leg to look how it was before because obviously there's a scar, so she had to get skin graft and all that kind of stuff. But there was people saying like, oh, what if God wanted you to have this experience because this and that, like you need to leave the scar and look at it every day. So I must be depressed for you, like
to validate your point.
Yeah, so it's like this. Because a lot of people, they like to put God into situations,
Just about them.
with projections of themselves. Like it has nothing to do with the actual person. It's really you're projecting your feelings onto me.
I think everything is depends of the main idea that the person is doing it. And I think Everything depends.
Yeah.
And other people sometimes they are judge another people that they are doing this stuff is because the money. Oh, why so and so spend 4,000 or 10,000 doing this surgery or something? Well, is your money, or do you want that money for you?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like we need to think about it. You know, it's everyone has a reason to do something.
Right. So, okay. So we have 5 minutes left, and we shared a lot of thoughts and opinions and views. So, what do you think? What is your walking away thought? Final thought on just this topic in general. What message would you want to send to the audience about being natural when it comes to Christianity and God?
Okay, mine is always, if you have a question about anything, always go towards the Bible, pray about it, things like that. And I know it sounds like cliche and it'll be annoying. I don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. Like, sometimes people just have to pray if you want to get answers. Talking about being natural and things like that, it's a personal thing. It could be a health thing. It could be, I don't know, a self-esteem thing. It's a personal thing. And it really just depends on your personal connection with God. So if your connection with God is good and you think that you have your ticket into heaven and you want to put on a little makeup, you want to eat a little chicken, you want to grow your hair, you want to put the weave on, you want to wear the pants, whatever you want to do. I'm talking about myself. Whatever you want to do it if you think that God doesn't have a problem with it. Next.
I think,
yes, Allison.
just my little 2 cents. I think that whatever, like I've agreed with everything that everybody said. Do it in moderation. And what you said, if you feel that your relationship with Christ is not going to affect with your relationship with Christ, then okay. The main point is, if God says at any point in time, no,
Yeah.
you have to be. It has to be something that you are willing to stop and give up, no matter what it is and how you personally feel about it. Because if God says it, then okay.
So you're saying that if you're convicted, yeah,
that I don't need to be wearing makeup,
yeah,
or jewelry or something,
then
it's
stop.
not standing in the way of your relationship with Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say, I think natural it's kind of subjective to the person. And
yeah.
I and everything you said pretty much. I just co-signed everything.
Ditto, Allison.
No point of repeating it over, but yeah, it's subjective and what you said.
And I think most what's important as well is being yourself. A lot of times we try to be like other people because we think their walk with Christ or whatever is a certain way. So we're like, okay, well, I want to do like this. You don't know what's going on. So be you, like, and it's like what V said and what everybody said. We don't know what your walk with Christ is. If you feel comfortable enough in your own skin to do you, and you feel like, I'm going to use your word, you got your ticket punched to heaven, do you. Do what you feel is in the best interest of you, but in moderation.
Yeah. All right. Exactly. The point that I see this topic, which is really a good topic to talk, is we are example for many people around, especially if we had families, we are parents. It's really, we had a big responsibility. I had 2 daughters, so through the years that I take care of them and everything, I always in my mind, my thoughts was how I want to see my daughters in the future. So I want to do this. I don't want them to wear this or to talk like this or kind of stuff like this. So that's was something like I was worried about, and I put God. God is my best friend, and I think as when you think like this, that help you a lot to make a few decisions in life. But something that I see the most right now is how we need to respect what the church say when we go out front of the people. I'd say, how do you call the
Congregation.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because this is a big responsibility. So if you are not agree to the pants or the wear a few stuff, just don't do it. Don't be selfish. You can do everything in your home, outside, but please, the church is something really, how do I say it?
Sensitive.
Yes, thank you.
Sacred.
Thank you. So we need to follow a few things that God let us know through the Bible. So yeah, it's something like think about it. Make decisions by your own. Don't let people to lead you because the salvation is individual.
Right. Garby?
Yeah. So pretty much what I take of all of y'all said. Like him, I'm not gonna repeat everything you guys say, but the first thing popped in my mind as you guys were talking is moderation, and like you also say true to yourself and all that. And I learned a lot in this group. I really love this topic that we were talking, and
cool. Hope alive. Keep hope alive.
I keep hope alive. Just be you.
Right. So I just want to close out with this final verse, 1 Corinthians 10, verse 31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it all to the glory of God. So I co-sign with what everybody said. Don't let nobody tell you what you need to be doing. You need to consult with God, not with nobody else. All right?
Yep.
Thank you. See you guys next week. Bye.